So, who's the president of Omni?
Can I check my record?
Sige, please.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I'm the president of Omni.
You took,
Hindi, sorry.
you took you 2 minutes.
Hindi, dami kasi.
Ano yun?
Nahilo lang po ako, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
Nahilo lang po ako, Your
Nahilo
Honor.
ka lang.
Gusto ko lang sigurado tama yung masasabi ko kasi naka-under oath po kasi ako eh.
Do you know where your mother is now? Alam mo ba?
Hindi po.
So, you've never met her? Hindi mo na, never sent?
Hindi po.
Never had pictures with her?
No po.
Never. So, how would you consider yourself? Would you consider yourself as Filipino or Chinese?
Filipino.
Filipino.
In the case of Mr. Bigay, he was born 1992 and therefore this provision of the Constitution is not applicable. So ano ang basis natin ngayon? Bakit Filipino siya?
So, if the father is a Chinese national, registers the son as a Chinese national, how can he be a Filipino citizen?
So I'll be asking some questions to Mr. Henry Bigay. Mr. Henry Bigay, I noticed that you are a incorporator of Yatay Industrial Park. Am I correct?
Yes po.
Are we
If
going
I
to?
may, just make
Yes.
some manifestation. May we advise the lawyer, the counsel of Mr. Bigay, that you can only coach him. Do not give him the answers because we will directly ask questions to Mr. Bigay. Okay.
Please use the mic.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Continue, Congressman Fernandez.
Mr. Henry Bigay, you are incorporator of Yatay Industrial Park Incorporated. Am I correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And also the Yatay International.
Yes, Your Honor.
And also of the Omni.
Sorry, Your Honor, I'm not an incorporator of Yatay
BOD.
International.
Board of Directors?
Yes.
Yes. And the Omni,
I'm,
Board of Director.
if I'm not mistaken, I'm also an incorporator for Omni.
If I'm correct, you don't know if you are an incorporator of Omni?
Medyo halo-halo na po kasi, Your Honor.
Sa dami nyo ng corporation, sa dami nyong... I hope you don't mind, Mr. Henry Bigay. No? The reason why we're doing this, to ask questions, is to really find out the truth. No? Yung kasi medyo masyado ng masalimuot tong problema natin ng we love our Filipino-born Chinese having a Chinese father or mother who chose to be a Filipino. We love them because magkakasama na tayo dito eh. What we hate in this committee is those who are pretending to be Filipinos but foreigners who wants to own our different properties and own different corporations. That's what we wanted to find out in this committee. And if you are a legitimate business, we are proud of you. We are with you with all of these things. But if you are a foreigner pretending to be a Filipino and owning corporations and different properties, then we are enemies. I hope we understand that, Mr. Henry Bigay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Henry Bigay, are you a product of late registration? When you were born in 1992, I believe that you were born in 1992, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you are a 36-year-old. 36-year-old ka na ngayon, di ba?
Hindi po, Your Honor.
1992 ka pinanganak, di ba?
So, I'm just 32.
32.
Tama ba? 32? So you are a 32-year-old. And you became the president of the Yatay Industrial Park last year, di ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you were you were an incorporator noong 2017.
Yes, Your Honor.
So kung susumahan natin 'yon, 7 years ago, you were like 25 years old, incorporator ka na ng Yatay Industrial Park.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, so during that time of your incumbency as incorporator, were you in what do you call this? Siyempre, incorporator kayo, nagmi-meeting kayo. So magkakasama kayo nila Eddie Yang.
Sir, hindi po. So,
Hindi mo siya nakita kahit minsan?
nakita ko po siya. Sir, can I read my letter that I submitted? Yes.
Letter? Yes, of course.
My position paper that submitted yesterday.
Okay.
I would like to read my position paper.
Oh, sige, go ahead. And
Thanks, Your Honor.
ito ba yung 3 pages?
Ito.
Yung 3 pages, di ba? How many pages?
3 pages, pero yung last page po.
You as the chairman. I am not the chairman.
Okay. If I may interject, Congressman Dan. In your letter, you said your name is Henry Bigay,
Yes, Your Honor.
and sometimes you're also called Henry Yang.
Yes,
Is
Your
that
Honor.
correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Why is that so?
Because I followed my mother's surname.
Ang mother mo ay Bigay ang apelyido.
Yes, my
no?
biological mother is Bigay po.
And in your letter, you said, may I state for the record that I am a Filipino citizen, having been born of Filipino mother by the name of Maria Luisa Bigay, correct? Out of wedlock on January 15, 1992. My father, however, Yang Wah Hong, is Chinese. Tama? This is accurate.
Yes,
No?
accurate.
I use the family name Bigay, which is my biological mother's surname. Sometimes, however, I am also called Henry Yang,
Yes.
following my father's surname. Tama ba yun?
Yes.
Accurate yun, di ba? Dahil yun ang sinabi mo rito eh. Now, kilala mo si Michael Yang,
Hindi po, sir.
si A.D. Yang,
Si Eddie Yang po nakikita ko po, sir.
kilala mo.
Not really close na kilala.
What is your relationship with A.D. Yang?
He's incorporator of one of our company, but he knew my father through our family association, the Yang Association. And then Eddie Yang approached my father to propose a business. So
Okay.
that's why we knew Eddie Yang.
So, ang inyong relationship with A.D. Yang is just business, purely business.
Opo.
Okay. Would you know kung anong negosyo ni Mr. A.D. Yang other than yung partnership nyo?
Hindi po namin po alam.
Pero alam mo ba na meron siyang mga ibang kumpanya rito?
Hindi rin po namin alam.
Alam mo ba na meron siyang mga properties na binili?
Wala rin po akong alam.
Hindi mo rin alam. Okay. If I may ask, si Mr. Willie Ong, kilala mo?
Hindi po, sir.
Si Elaine Chua, kilala mo?
Hindi po.
Michelle C.
Hindi po.
Jack T. Yang.
Hindi po.
Si Jack Yang, kapatid ba ni Eddie Yang?
Hindi ko po alam, sir.
Hindi mo alam. Have you spoken to Mr. Eddie Yang face to face?
Eddie Yang po, yes po.
How many times?
More than 10 siguro po.
More than 10. Is he in the country?
I don't know po.
When was the last time you spoke to him?
Last year, if I knew,
Last year? Anong buwan?
early last year po, during, hindi ko na rin po maalala eh. Pero before we do see each other kasi sa mga gatherings, associations,
Si Yang Wang, this is your father.
yes po, Your
Okay. Is he in the country?
Honor. He's currently out po.
Where? Where is he now?
He's in Xiamen po.
In Xiamen.
He flew before the letter arrived po kasi. So he cannot come back.
Do you stay with your father?
Yes po.
So the next time we invite him, make sure he will be present in the committee.
Yes po.
Okay? Please advise your father. You know, Mr. Lincoln Oy-ung,
Yes po.
who is he?
He's
Sa
a,
pagkakalam mo.
he's a student of my father before.
Student of your father? Is your father a professor?
It's a sa wushu, Chinese martial
Wushu.
arts. Yes.
Wushu. Okay. Oh. Magaling dyan si Dan sa Wushu. Oh. National champion to. Oh. Oh. So yun lang pagkakakilala mo at pagkakaalam mo kay Mr. Lincoln Oy-ung.
He's also one of our incorporators before.
One of your
Incorporators before.
anong company?
Sa Omni po.
So, okay. So, Who's the president of Omni?
Can I check my record?
Sige, please.
Your Honor,
Yes.
I'm the president of Omni.
You took,
Hindi, sorry.
you took yung 2 minutes.
Hindi, dami kasi.
Ano yun?
Nahilo lang po ako, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
Nahilo lang po ako, Your
Nahilo
Honor.
ka lang.
Gusto ko lang sigurado tama yung masasabi ko kasi naka-under oath po kasi ako eh.
Ilan ba-
Mahirap na magkamali.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Congressman Fernandez.
Ilan ba ang, ilang kumpanya ba ang hawak ng pamilya niyo? Ilang companies?
Madami-dami rin po.
So, ilan nga? So I know you're ready kasi nga we have given you the chance, no? Hindi kayo matindong last hearing. So the reason you're here because we have issued also a subpoena na ba tayo? Show cause order pa sa kanya. Subpoena lang, di ba? And that's the reason why you were here. So kailangan handa ka sa mga itatanong namin. So ilan ang korporasyon ninyo?
Your Honor, I really need to check kung ilan. Estimate I can give.
Ilan na estimate?
Pito po.
7. At sa 7 yon, ilan ang presidente ka?
I can also estimate lang din po kasi hindi ko po hawak.
Presidente ng korporasyon ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, Henry. Ang pinag-uusapan natin dito, ilan sa 7 yan na presidente ka? Yun naman tanong, napakasimple nun, Henry. Ako pag may-ari ako ng kumpanya, alam ko na ako may-ari ng kumpanya. Hindi ko iisipin. Ha? Right away, sasabihin ko, ako ang presidente ng kumpanyang yan. Especially that this company is so big, ha? Ang Omni, malaki yan eh, di ba? So hindi mo alam na ikaw ang presidente ng Omni. After 2 minutes, na-realize mo, ikaw pala.
Sir, yung Omni na company po ay ginagamit lang po namin sa online po. Dahil po...
It doesn't make sense eh, Henry. Even if it's being used for any purpose, but you are the president, you must know that you are the president. Hindi mo nagagamitan. Henry, you are a degree holder, a Master of International Marketing from the Holt International Business School. And you are a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration in College of St. Benil. Now, hindi mo alam na ikaw may-ari ng korporasyon, nag-iisip ka pa, at sa 7 ito na korporasyon na sinasabi mo, hindi mo alam kung ilan ang presidente ka, I will tell you. Ikaw ang presidente ngayon ng Yatay Industrial Park.
Opo, alam ko po.
O di ba? Mas alam ko sa iyo na ikaw ang presidente ng Yatay kaysa alam mo na ikaw ang presidente.
Hindi. Opo.
Henry, again, gusto namin malaman dito yung katotohanan. We don't want to put you in any trouble. But your degree of being a Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in Export Management, nagdududa ako kung totoo tong ano mo. Nagdududa ako kung totoo tong degree mo. At master ka ng International Marketing from Holt International Business School. Saan to?
Sa San Francisco po.
San Francisco. Henry, hindi simple ang pinag-aralan mo. And I know you can answer truly.
Father ko po kasi nagpo-posisyon sa amin kung ano yung posisyon namin sa kumpanya po. So minsan nahihilo na rin po ako kung ano po yung posisyon ko bawat kumpanya. Yun lang po.
Ang mother mo ba is si Maria Luisa Bigay?
Siya po yung birth mom ko.
Taga saan ang mother mo, Henry? Taga saan ang mother mo?
Based on my birth certificate po, taga Manila po siya. Hindi ko po siya nakita nung bata po.
Hindi mo alam kung saan ang pinanganak ang nanay mo?
Sa Manila po.
Saan sa Manila siya pinanganak?
Santa Cruz po siguro.
Ilang taon na ang nanay mo?
Hindi
mo alam kung ilang taon ang nanay mo? Buhay pa ba ang nanay mo?
Yung birth mom ko po, hindi ko po kilala at saka hindi ko po alam kung ilan taon na siya.
Yung birth
Birth mom.
mom mo, hindi mo siya
Nakita.
Hindi ko siya
nakita.
Hiwalay po sila ng tatay ko po. Hindi po sila kasal.
If I
So,
may interject,
PSA, can
if I may interject before we proceed.
Okay, sige, go
with
ahead.
the PSA. So, sundan ko lang yung tanong ni Congressman Dan Fernandez. Since birth, nung pinanganak ka, hindi na kayo nagkita ng mother mo.
Hindi po. Tatay ko lang po kasama ko.
Ano, no?
Hindi po.
Pero dito sa Yatay International, incorporator siya. Mother mo to si Maria Luisa S. Bigay, di ba? Di ba?
Hindi po siya pinakilala sa akin as mother since bata. So hindi ko rin po alam kung sino yung
Pero ito sa records ng Yatay International, ang mga incorporators dyan, Jonathan Carlos, kilala mo yan.
sorry po mga incorporators po, hindi ko po kilala since bata pa po ako noon.
Bakit ganun? Bakit ganun? Di ba nga kasama mo sa yung
Hindi,
incorporator
yung mga member po ngayon, kilala ko po. Pero yung tinayo po siya noong 1996, hindi ko po siya kilala. 96 pa po kasi siya tinatag.
This is updated, di ba? Oo nga. Okay. So, are you telling us na the time na kailan na-register ito, si Yatay?
1996 po.
1996.
1992 naman po ako pinanganak. So around 4 to 5 years old po ako nung tinayo yung kumpanya.
Kasi andito si Maria Luisa Bigay, Jocelyn Ting, at saka Yang Wang. Ito yung father mo.
Yes
diba?
po.
So, can we ask the SDG
Yes.
to give us an update?
Yeah, that's what,
Sige.
Mr. Chairman, I think we have to find out yung Maria Luisa Bigay, no? Can you kindly give us the update of this personality, yung Maria Luisa Bigay? Because incorporator siya, pero sinasabi ni Mr. Henry Bigay, hindi niya na-meet yung kanyang nanay. So hindi niya nakita yung kanyang nanay. Pero dito sa Yatay International, makikita mo, incorporator siya at si Henry Bigay is board of director. So hindi kayo nakita ng nanay mo dito sa mga meeting nyo sa Yatay International?
Nung naging board of director po ako sa around 2018 na po ata yun.
1996. Ikaw ba late registration bang?
Based on my birth certificate, mga 3 months late siya from my birth.
Can you kindly give us the information about the late registration nung ni Henry Bigay, no? Saan ka nag-preschool? Saan ka nag-elementary?
Sa Chiang Kai-shek College po.
Saan yun?
Sa may Tondo. Sa Tondo po.
Doon ka rin nag-high school?
Doon ako po nagtapos ng high school.
Saka elementary?
Opo. Kinder to high school. Doon po ako.
And then nagpunta ka ng Lasal?
Opo, sa Binilde po.
And then saka ka nagpunta ng
Halt International.
sa Holt International. Can you kindly submit the documents pertaining to your... I hope you don't mind, no? If ever that we ask for the
Sure,
documents
it's
coming from this
opo.
school
I can give it to you po. I have prepared.
para mabalanse lang po natin dun sa ano. Kasi medyo nagulat naman ako dun sa issue ng about nung sa mother mo, no? But anyway, were you born in a hospital or...
Yes, in a Chinese
Chinese
General
hospital. Yeah,
Chinese General Hospital.
Can we also furnish this committee ng documents coming from Chinese General Hospital, please?
We'll request from the hospital.
Okay.
po.
May tanong ako sa iyo, Mr. Henry Bigay. Because ang sinasabi mo dito sa opening statement mo, nabasa ko na kasi yung opening statement mo. You were telling us that ang may kilala kay A.D. Yang ay yung tatay mo si Yang Hong. Is this
Opo.
correct?
Opo.
At kung magkakilala sila, according sa letter mo dito, ang father mo ang talagang in charge doon sa raising funds and talking to the potential investors for this project.
Opo.
At ang project na yon ay yung Yatay Industrial Park Incorporated. Magkano ang puhunan dito sa pagtatayo ng Yatay Industrial Park Incorporated?
30 million po.
30 million. At lahat to sinagot ng tatay mo.
Sa pagkaalam ko po.
Pagkaalam mo, you are now the president of this corporation.
I was just president last year po. So when it was started, I'm not sure ano yung napag-usapan nila.
May master degree ka, Henry. You should know all about this. Ako, pag naging presidente ako ng isang korporasyon, aalamin ko lahat ng detalye niyan, kung kanino nanggaling ang pera. Di ba? And during that time, that si Eddie Yang, ang presidente, he was given 20%.
Yes po.
Correct.
Yes po.
Why nyo binigyan ng 20% si Eddie Yang?
Siya po kasi nag-propose ng project. So
Pero wala siya nilabas sa pera.
Yan hindi ko po alam sa usapan.
Your father is so generous that he was given 20% of the share of the whole of the investment. And nung last year, nag-start ng investigation ang dangerous drugs about this. Inalis nyo kay Eddie Yang yung pagiging presidente. Am I correct?
Before pa nagkaroon ng investigation, we found out na hindi makapagbayad si Eddie, fully paid si Eddie Yang.
And that was July.
Opo.
Correct. Prior to the investigation that was conducted by the Committee on Dangerous Drugs, which started on September, October of 2023. Correct?
Opo.
Ang tanong ko sa iyo, have you applied in Security Exchange Commission the transfer of stocks to you from Eddie Yang?
The stocks was not transferred to me. It was transferred to my sister. We have DOAS.
When was that? When was the transfer?
July 4, 2023 po.
Have you notified the Security and Exchange Commission?
We have notarized the DOAS, but
No, I'm not asking for the notarization. Did you ask the Security and Exchange Commission for the transfer of that stocks from Eddie Yang to your sister? Yes or no?
I need to check my record lang po.
Mr. Chairman, may I ask, we ask the Security and Exchange Commission to be here to verify that the transfer of the stocks that was transferred by Eddie Yang to the sister of Henry Bigay. Thereby, malaman po natin kung kailan talaga tinransfer. Kasi dito sa sulat nila, sinasabi nila that they transferred it in July prior to the investigation of September. But I think there are some deception. I hope you don't mind, Henry Bigay. I'm not about to say this. Pero during our interpellation, nakikita namin na you are not at hand. You are not hindi ko alam kung bakit hindi mo alam yung ikaw ang presidente, hindi mo alam na yung mother mo is incorporator, at tapos hindi mo kilala si Eddie Yang, samantalang 2017 pa lang, magkasama na kayong incorporator. There are some sort of lying already dito, Mr. Chairman. And with that transfer of the stocks from Eddie Yang to the sister, anong pangalan ng sister mo, Henry?
Bernice Kai Yang Tan.
So can you categorically tell us kung na-transfer from Eddie to your sister?
Yes, it was transferred.
When?
Based on the document, is July 4, 2023.
Can you kindly give it to the chairman for us to validate kung...
H, can you please get the
Can you
document?
kindly...
Question lang, Henry. Yung sister mo, also, at saka ikaw, isang mother lang.
Hindi po.
So,
Same father po
iba
kami.
yung mother ng sister mo.
Yes po.
So, half-sister mo siya.
Opo.
Okay. Can we ask for a copy of the birth certificate of Maria Luisa Bigay? The committee, anong pangalan ng mother ng sister mo?
Si Lolo Chua po.
So incorporator din yun. Teka, galing ng daddy mo Teka. Hindi. Elaine Chua?
Hindi.
Ah.
Lolo Chua.
Lulu Chua.
Mr. Chairman, what I'm asking for is the certification of the SEC that they have notified the Security and Exchange Commission with regards to the transfer of the stocks from Eddie Yang to Bernice Yang. But this is a notarization galing kay Eddie Yang and Bernice Yang Tan. Hindi ito ang hinihingi ko. Ang hinihingi ko yung SEC na sinasabi na nag-apply na kayo ng transfer ng stocks. Because doon natin malalaman kung talagang July 4 kayo nag-transfer or after the investigation? So you have to give us, or we will be inviting the SEC and asking them, andito ba, SEC, can you, meron naman kayong system, di ba? Can you kindly check this out? Kung nagpalit na po sila ng stockholder,
Mr. Chair, can we clarify it as to which corporation?
Yatay Industrial
Park.
Yatay Industrial Park Incorporated. Yun. Okay, ano nga, pakibigay nga.
Dalawa yung kayo. Yata International, saka Yata Industrial.
Mr. Henry Bigay, we are giving you a chance, ano? We are giving you a chance to tell us kung July 4 or after the hearing, saka nyo na isagawa yung pagta-transfer ng stocks from Eddie Yang to your sister. We are giving you a chance. So, can you kindly tell us the truth?
It's July 4 po talaga.
Doon sa inyong notarize.
Before pa July 4, we already
SEC na naipasok nyo.
Yes, yung sa GIS po namin updated na rin po yung
In-update nyo sa SEC.
updated na rin
Okay.
po.
Sige. So, we will try to check it out. So, magkano yung transfer na share? 45,000 shares.
Opo.
And how much is per share?
Di ko
45,000 ang share na itinransfer sa kapatid mo. So, magkano per share? Being the president of the company, you should know that.
I know the total.
Ha?
The total it's 20% of 30 million po.
20%
Of
of
30 million po.
the 30 million. That is the investment.
Yun nga, sabi.
Pero siyempre, meron na kayong mga kinita eh. Tumaas na yung share niya eh. Di ba?
Wala-
Capital stock, lahat.
Hindi po kasi siya operated so wala pa naman kinikita. Lugi
Hindi
po.
siya operated from 2017 to the present.
Hindi siya yung kumikita na kumpanya pa.
So, anong purpose itong kampanya ng Yatay International? Anong ginagawa ng Yatay Industrial Park Incorporated in the first place? Anong klaseng negosyo to?
Land acquisition po.
Land acquisition. Namimili ng lupa.
So, yun ang negosyo nyo and you invested 30 million for that purpose?
The purpose is to build an industrial park, but during the pandemic, the whole plan was stopped because there's no businessman who would like to invest.
So,
on the pandemic.
wala naging action dun sa investment. In other words, naging stagnant siya, wala.
May purchases lang po.
Oo, so but you still have given 20% to Eddie Yang. In spite of the fact that walang nangyari din sa negosyo.
May purchase po. Acquisition lang po ng lands. Yun yung naging
Ano na mga purchase ng lots doon sa company to? Ano yung mga nabiling properties?
Gano'ng malaki?
Dito sa company to?
around 20 to 30 2 to 3 hectares
2 to 3 hectares of lot in where?
in Mexico, Pampanga po.
How much was it purchased?
Di ko po alam kasi during the time na nag-purchase sila, hindi ako involved sa business masyado.
So you want to answer?
If I may,
Yes.
Congressman Dan, yung familiar ka doon sa binili niyong property sa Mexico, Pampanga?
Hindi po, sir.
Pero you know that there was a property that was purchased by your company in Mexico, Pampanga.
Yes po.
You don't know where, alam mo lang ay Mexico, Pampanga.
Opo, alam ko lang sa Google Map po.
Di ba presidente ka ng kumpanya? Dapat
Ah,
alam mo yung binibili, pinagkakagasusan ng kumpanya mo.
Last year lang po ako naging presidente. So,
Kailan nila in-acquire yung property?
before pandemic po.
2019.
Around 2018, 2019 po siguro.
So you're not aware that there was a property acquired by Yatay in Mexico, Pampanga.
I'm aware of may binili sila pero hindi ko po alam saan. Tatay ko lang po yung nakakaalam. Since pag Chinese business, madalas tatay yung nagde-decision.
Sige. Kilala mo si Kai Jiru?
Yan po yung nanay ko ngayon.
Ito yung totoong nanay ng
Kapatid ko po.
kapatid mo.
Opo.
But it's not your real biological mother.
Not po.
Kasi yung mother mo, si Maria Luisa Bigay.
Opo.
Si Kai Jiro is also known as what?
Lulu Chua.
So, Lulu Chua rin siya. So, incorporator din siya ng Yatay.
Hindi ko po sigurado.
Kasi base
Philippine-
sa... Kasi yung Kai Jiro,
I think director siya now kasi yung nahihilo kami minsan dun sa chart, minsan incorporator, minsan the updated director yung nakalagay.
ikaw bilang presidente ng Yatay International.
Hindi po ako presidente ng Yatay International. Industrial lang po ako.
Yatay Industrial Park ka. Tapos pero member ka ng board ng Yatay International.
Opo.
Okay. Kilala mo, ito si Lulu Chua or Kai Jiro, Chinese ito.
Opo.
So, ang father mo Chinese.
Opo.
Yung sister mo, di Chinese.
Nung nagpakasal po siya, naging Pilipino po siya kasi nagpakasal siya sa Pilipino.
Yun yung Supreme Court, Anyway, ano pa yon? So, kasi si Kai Jiro ay Chinese, mother ni Bernice.
Yes po.
At yung si Yang Hua Huang, who is your father, is also Chinese.
Yes po.
So, yung sister mo ay Chinese.
Chinese po siya nung pinanganak pero nung nagpakasal po siya, nakapagpalit siya to Pilipino. Dahil Pilipino po yung pinakasalan niya.
Yes, Congressman Flores.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair, I just noticed that you said that your biological mother is Maria Luisa Bigay, correct?
Opo.
And Maria Luisa Bigay is an incorporator of Yatay International together with Kai Jiro.
I'm not
Ito yung nanay din ng mga kapatid mo.
I'm not sure about that.
Anyway,
Minsan naghahalo po kasi yung chart. So
I'm looking at Yatay International. No, it says here that the incorporators were Jonathan D. Carlos. You know him? Alam mo?
hindi po.
Hindi. Okay, si Maria Luisa Bigay, si Jocelyn Ting, si Yang Hua Huang, at si Kai Jiro. And you just testified earlier that Kai Jiro is the mother of your sister and that your mother is Maria Luisa Bigay. So I'm just kind of surprised na both mothers of different siblings siguro were incorporators of the same corporation.
Based on the document.
Based on
Opo.
the documents. Now, Yatay Industrial Park also lists a Kai Jinan. Who is this Kai Jinan?
Hindi ko po kilala.
Hindi mo kilala. It's not related to the mother of your sibling naman?
No po.
No. Okay. Now, you testified that in your letter you said that Maria Luisa Bigay is your biological mother, and she gave birth to you in 1992, but that you were registered 3 months after your birth, so late registration din.
Opo.
Okay. Your mother and your father were never married, correct?
Yes po.
Hindi. So you grew up with whom as a mother? Sino ang naging nanay mo when you grew up?
Nung bata po ako, naalala ko kasama ko lang po tatay ko.
Ano nan?
Tatay ko lang po kasama.
Tatay mo lang. Okay, when did your father get married to Kai Jiro?
96 po.
96. So prior to that, no one was like living with you, acting as your mother. Sino nagpalaki sa'yo
Tatay
during
ko po.
those times?
Sa pagkaalala ko po, tatay
Sa
ko po.
pagkaalala mo, tatay mo. Now, kasi if your father is Chinese, do you know where your mother is now? Alam mo ba?
Hindi po.
So you've never met her? Hindi mo na, never
Hindi po.
never had pictures with her?
No po.
Never. So after giving birth to you, ikaw lang ba yung anak na ni Maria Luisa Bigay? In your family?
Opo.
Ikaw lang.
Opo.
How many siblings do you have?
Half siblings po.
Half siblings, sige.
May tatlo po akong half siblings.
Tatlo. And all the other half siblings were from the mother Kai Jiro.
Opo.
They're all younger than you.
Opo.
They're all younger than you. Okay. Kasi I hope you understand why we're asking these questions. No? Kasi lalo na ngayon na pumutok din yung kay Mayor Alice Go na when it comes to acquiring of citizenship, lalo na with late registration, it has become an issue.
Okay.
No? And I hope you understand why we're asking this question. It might be personal, but the line of questioning is nothing personal din. No? I just want to find out. Kasi most of the people I know, para lang ma-circumvent yung prohibition on the ownership of properties, no? Or in the controlling stake sa isang corporation, usually pretend that they are Filipinos. And that's why we're very interested in this. So, but you're saying that you are Filipino because your mother is Filipino.
Yes po.
So all your family members were all Chinese, including you have siblings. Kasi your mother or your stepmom, Kai Jiru, is also Chinese, correct?
They're Chinese until one of my sister got married and one of my sister do a oath taking to change the
Okay, so what was the status of their stay all this time before they became adults?
What?
If they were Chinese citizens, how could they live in the Philippines
with
without
the
being Filipino
ACR.
citizens?
They are born here.
They were born here, but they're not Filipino citizens. So that's my question. Diba? If you're born of Chinese parents, even if you're born in the Philippines, does not make you a Filipino citizen. And you said that only one of your half-siblings became a Filipino citizen upon marriage. So it must have been by the age of majority na, at least 18 years of age siya. So from age 1 to 18, they were not Filipino citizens. What was their legality of the stay in the Philippines?
Anong visa niya?
Anong visa nila?
Yung may tinatawag na iCard po.
Investors.
Yung dad mo,
But-
ano ang status ng dad mo?
Dad ko,
He's Chinese, right?
yes po.
But how can he stay in the Philippines for that long if he's Chinese?
Meron po silang, pag businessman po, may card na tinatawag. Hindi ko po kabisado kung anong card po yun.
Hindi mo
Pero more
kabisado.
of legal side.
Okay,
At saka sa-
yung nanay mo, your stepmom, meron din bang ganito na status? Sa pagkaalam mo?
Pag alam ko, meron silang iCard. So
iCard.
more of, I think, yung immigration po mga kasagot.
Okay,
kung ano
paano
po.
yung mga kapatid mo? They were not businessmen when they grew up, when they were born here, di ba? From age 1 to 18, may iCard din sila.
May iCard po sila dahil dito sila pinanganak. So
Dahil dito sila pinanganak.
Mm.
Okay, immigration, nandito ba? BI?
Nandiyan.
Immigration?
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you enlighten me, sir, on these questions that I have?
Sir, if the father is indeed Yang Yao Hong, he has an SIRV,
And what is that?
Special Investors Resident Visa granted by the Board of Investments, Your Honor.
When was it granted?
I don't have the particular time, Your Honor. I only brought the copy of the latest struggle record.
Can we find out, BI, when that special investors visa was granted?
I have to check, sir, if the SIR visa registered with the Bureau of Immigration.
Okay, when did this type of visa? When were these types of visa issued?
I'm not particularly familiar with them, Your Honor, because they're under the Department of Trade and Industry, under the Board of Investment.
Okay, but do you think it's before 1992?
I would not know, Your Honor.
You would
Probably,
not
Your
know.
Honor. Yes.
Can we find out na lang, please, BI?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Now, how about Kai Jiru from the Bureau of Immigration? Did the Kai Jiru also have the same visa? Or what was the status of their stay in the Philippines?
If you allow me, Your Honor, I'll get back to you. I'll just check my notes if I have the travel records.
Okay. Now,
Ms. Kai Jiru.
my next question would be, what about the children of persons with special visas? What would be their status?
I think Mr. Henry Bigay was talking about the native-born status since he said that his
Were born
his
here.
half-siblings were born here.
Okay.
If they were born here to a foreign national who is already a permanent resident in the Philippines, they are given the status of a native-born.
Native-born.
Yes, sir.
Native-born alien.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So if they are native-born alien, they can legally stay in the Philippines.
Yes, Your Honor.
So the SIRP that you were mentioning, is that the same as the one you just mentioned earlier?
The SIRB, Your Honor, as I've said, is given by the BOI. I think you need to invest a particular amount with the
Okay, it's an investor's visa.
investor's visa, and then you have to retain it for a certain amount, certain
So a
period.
person who has an investor's visa can legally stay in the Philippines, and once they have children, then their children would be considered the native born
Ah,
that you just mentioned earlier. Is that correct?
Sometimes, Your Honor, they would include them as dependent in their investor's visa. But based on the travel records of the half-siblings of Mr. Bigay, what is reflected in their travel records is NB, which
What's
stands
that?
for native born.
Okay. So native born.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Flores. I have
Yes.
your copy of the birth certificate of Mr. Henry Bigay. I'd like to share this with you.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Congressman Fernandez, one more question muna para bago ko na ating makalimutan. Sa DFA, can you give us an update on the cancellation of passports ni Mr. Willie Ong, AD Yang, and others? What does Mr. Bigay, anong passport mo, Mr. Bigay?
Filipino po.
Filipino passport. Is that correct, DFA?
Mr. Chair,
Oh, yes,
that's correct, sir. He was issued the Philippine passport. Mr. Chair.
Okay. What is now the status of the passports, Filipino passports of Mr. Willie Ong and AD Taiyang?
As we submitted the report to the committee, Mr. Chair, and they are in the process of being cancelled, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so canceled na yung Filipino passport.
Not yet, Mr. Chair, but they are already flagged and they are in the process of being cancelled, Mr. Chair. We have to go through a certain procedure, Mr.
Okay.
Chair, but they are already, very shortly, Mr. Chair, we'll be able to report to the committee that they have been cancelled.
Okay, sige. Salamat, DFA. For the Philippine Retirement Authority, maybe know how many retirement visas? It's PRA that issued the retirement visa, correct?
No, Your Honor. It's the Bureau of Immigration that
So it's
issues
still the
visas.
BID.
Yes.
BID, I remember that in the last hearing, you mentioned that it was the PRA that issues the retirement visa. Is that accurate?
Yes, Your Honor. It is the PRA and then it is implemented by the Bureau of Immigration in the passport of the foreign national, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr.
Bob, yeah.
Mr. Bob,
Yeah. We process the application,
Mhm.
and then once, after processing, we endorse it to the BI for approval. And then once it's approved by BI, then we put the sticker visa on the passport.
so it's not the PRA that approves
It's
the visa.
the BI that makes the decision.
Okay, so BID, is that accurate?
In the sense, Your Honor, that the BID's job is only ministerial because the evaluation and determination if the foreign national is qualified for a retiree's visa rest on the PRA, Your Honor.
Okay, so parang parang it's all in the hands of the PRA, and when they endorse it for approval sa BID, ministerial na lang kayo.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. So if that's the case, PRA, may we know in the last 12 months, how many retirement visas has been endorsed to BID?
Mr. Chair, if I may, we'll check with our records po. Kasi
You are with PRA?
Yes po, sir.
Okay.
As of now, we have our records po since 1985 po, when PRA was constituted po, sir. So as of now, sir, we have 41,222 principal retirees po.
45,000?
41,222 principal retirees po since 1985 po.
So 1985. Would you be able to tell us for the last 5 years na lang?
We'll check with our records, sir.
Based on the data that you submitted to the committee, meron kayo dito na Kasi ang question natin, ilan yung Chinese no, na nabigyan ng retirement visa? And nakita natin, ang sinabit nyo, no, galing sa PRA ito, total number of Chinese nationals issued with SRRV, 32,281 retiree members, inclusive of 14,600 principal members and their dependents. What does this mean? 32,000. So ang principal 14,000. If you include the dependents, you will reach 32,000, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And ano bang qualification para maging eligible sila for a retirement visa?
First of all, they have to be 50 years old.
Okay.
And then when they apply, they have to submit to us a police clearance from their country of origin. And the police clearance must be authenticated or apostilled by the proper authorities. And once they have that, then we process the application. And we also have access to Interpol database. So we check with Interpol if they have any derogatory remarks or whatever. And then what we do is we endorse, by the way, they have to pay a visa deposit, a bank deposit in any of our accredited banks.
Okay.
For
and how much is that? How much is the deposit that they should pay?
the $20,000 for the regular retiree. But if the retiree is receiving a pension of about $800 to $1,200, the visa deposit becomes lower. It becomes $10,000.
Okay.
And then once we have that certification from the bank that they have made an inward remittance for the deposit, we process the application, we endorse it to Bureau of Immigration for approval.
Okay. So all the requirements will be processed by PRA
Yes,
and then endorsed to
Bureau of Immigration.
BID.
Yes.
So do they appear before the PRA? Let's say nag-apply for a retirement visa. Do they appear
Yes, yes,
sa
Your Honor.
office? So that's a requirement.
Yes, they have to have a personal appearance at
Okay.
our office.
So there must be some confusion here because based on the data you submitted, the age profile of principal SRRV holders who are Chinese nationals na naka-avail nitong visang ito, yung age 35 to 39, 175 Chinese. Yung age 40 to 49, 4,600 Chinese.
Yes,
So,
Your Honor.
But you said earlier that the age requirement is 50. So ibig sabihin yung 35 to 39, 40 years old, considered retired?
Several years ago, the minimum requirement, age requirement, was lowered to 35. Then in 2021, we raised it because of the proliferation of the POGO problems and things like that. It was raised again to 50.
Is there a memorandum? This
Yes,
cannot just
yes.
be done by the head of the PRA.
No,
correct?
no,
So
we didn't do it
there must be
ourselves.
some administrative order. Or,
Yes.
So can you provide the committee?
We will provide it to you.
Specifically on the change of the age. Kasi to me, 35 years old to 39 years old, hindi pa retired yun. Malakas pa katawan nun eh. Di ba?
Yeah.
Pag sinabi mong retire, you retired na talaga.
Yeah.
Di ba? Just like Congressman Dan Fernandez. Malakas pa pangangatawan. Yun ang ibig sabihin. So my point being, Your Honors, is that I think one area also where the Chinese are abusing our government policies and government agencies is the issuance of this kind of visa to them. Wala pang 50 anyos, considered retired. Just because 20,000 lang ang babayaran. All the members of the Communist Party of China can afford to pay $20,000. And they can come here anytime.
We will provide you the document.
Would you
Your
know
Honor.
who lowered the age requirement, Mr. Sosobrado?
I have to check because I wasn't there yet. I wasn't here yet.
Okay, sorry. When were you appointed? What year were you appointed?
Only 3 months ago.
Oh, okay.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Congressman Flores.
do you have staff with you, present with you?
Yes,
Can you ask them if they were there longer than you?
Yeah.
Maybe they know.
yes. You want to answer?
The question is who lowered the age for a foreigner to be qualified to get that visa?
In 1993, Your Honor, it was lowered from 40 years old to 35 years old through a board resolution.
Oh, the board.
Board, yes.
Okay, see, that was in 1993.
Yes, sir, 1993.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Congressman Fernandez.
Bigay lang daw,
Congressman
Mr. Chairman. Kanina I was asking the SEC, can you kindly confirm yung pag-transfer ng stocks? SEC, please.
Based on our records, based on the JS for years 2002 and 2003.
Wait. May confusion.
2022 rather, and 2023. We're
Teka,
just pulling up.
Wait, I'm asking is the Yatay Industrial Park Incorporated, ni-transfer yung kay Eddie Yang, from Eddie Yang to Bernice Yang noong July 4, 2023. Is this accurate?
To give a context, Mr. Chair, the corporations we do not require corporations to report every transfer of shares between shareholders, but we require them to reflect the names of the shareholders annually.
In
So,
GIS?
In the GIS. So for year 2003, the name of Eddie Yang does not appear anymore as a shareholder. Instead,
2003?
2020. 2020.
2023. Okay,
Uh,
not 2003 kasi it was created 2017.
Yes,
eh.
that's
Oh, sige, go ahead.
And the name of Bernice Yang Tan appeared as a shareholder in 2022.
2023.
Three.
Okay.
And
Oh.
2024.
All right. So in other words, wala kayong requirements to update the change of the stocks.
We require them
Sa
to
colors.
report them in the GIS that they file annually. But as to the
Yeah.
actual transfer,
Walang ganun.
yes.
So walang time element. Basta at the end of the year, doon nyo lang nire-require doon sa GIS to ano. Okay. All right. Anyway. Sa ano ang tawag dito sa PSA, I was asking kanina yung Maria Luisa Bigay. So, do you have any, kasi ano naman kayo, automated kayo ah. So, have you found out anything about Maria Luisa Bigay?
We have a positive record of
Okay.
Maria Luisa.
So, ano siya, updated yung kanyang ano? Was she able to get a pag-secure sa inyo ng birth certificate or something? Just recently or something, ganun? Meron ba? Wala?
Let me check, Your Honor.
Henry Bigay, you have a sibling, ano? With the second wife. But with your mother, you have a sibling
I don't know po. I'm not sure.
because you have not seen your mother. No?
Yes.
Your mother is still young, 47 years old. Andito kasi yung kanyang ano eh, yung kanyang birthday, May 26, 1977. And I think, no, not 47. Age at the time of your birth, she was 32 years old. So most likely mga 64 na siya ngayon. Yeah. Siguro this will give a shed of light kung we can invite also the mother of and according sa birth certificate, dito rin siya nakatira. At meron kang kapatid sa mother mo. You don't know that?
I don't know.
Because yung birth certificate mo, wala rin yung tatay mo eh. Unknown.
Opo. I think hindi po kasi pwede ilagay pag hindi po sila kasal.
Pero hindi nilagay niya din yung pangalan ng tatay mo.
Pag hindi po ata kasal, bawal po ata ilagay yun.
Bawal ilagay?
Parang po. Hindi ko, medyo legal eh.
Hindi naman bawal. Takot. Siguro kasi hindi kasal yung tatay mo sa kanya eh. Di ba? Pero may kapatid ka sa kanya eh. Kay Luisa Bigay. And hindi mo hinahanap yung kapatid mo sa nanay mo.
Hindi naman po kasi ako lumaki sa kanya. So, wala rin po akong...
Are you aware that she's still alive or somewhere else in Oroqueta, Santa Cruz, Maynila?
No po.
Hindi mo siya hinahanap doon sa address ng 2216 Oroqueta, Santa Cruz, Manila? Malapit ka ba sa Oroqueta? Or you're not living in the area of Ermita anymore?
Hindi na po ako nakatira sa area.
Okay. I just wanted you to know that this is the address of your mother.
Thank you po.
And you have a brother sa kanya. Okay?
Thank you po.
Sige, Mr. Chair. Thank you po.
Mr. Chair, just in connection with the statement of Congressman Dan, kasi I just find it strange, Mr. Chair, that Maria Luisa Bigay states that the father is unknown at the time of the registration. And the time of registration is 3 months after the birth of Mr. Michael Bigay. Siguro assuming na hindi pa allowed that time to put it there. And Mr. Michael Bigay, kasi you testified that you never saw your mom, di ba?
Yes po.
That you grew up with your dad, correct? Di ba? So parang walang talagang kinalaman yung nanay mo with you. Opo. Yet 4 years after you were born, she was named as incorporator in one of the corporations of your father. I find that strange. Diba? How come someone who has nothing to do with you is still named as an incorporator of one of the corporations of your father 4 years after your birth?
Don't know po.
I'm sure you'd be unable to answer, diba? It should be your dad, no? Is your dad gonna attend any of the hearings?
The next hearing po. Yes po.
Okay, I'm sure, I hope he could shed some light. Because I find it strange, na parang the way you describe it kasi parang walang kinalaman yung nanay mo sa'yo because you grew up with your dad, no? And then, yet 4 years after you were born, ginawa pa siyang incorporator ng isang korporasyon ng tatay mo. So parang still involved, but not involved when it comes to you. Right, Mr. Bigay? Opo. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Flores.
Mr. Chair,
Congressman Ako.
since katatapos lang ni Mr. Bigay, sinabi po nyo kanina na kapatid ninyo yung bumili ng share ni Eddie Tiang in July 4 of 2023,
Transferred po.
si Bernice.
Opo.
And ang parents po niya, puro Chinese.
Opo.
And therefore, Chinese siya.
Nung time na binili po niya yung nakuha niya po yung share, hindi na po siya Chinese nun.
When did she get married to a Filipino?
I'm not specific with the year, I think.
Kasi very, very sure ka na Filipino na siya because
Opo.
she got married to a
Yes po.
Filipino. When did she get married to a Filipino?
I think year 2021 po or 2022. I think nag-submit yung lawyer namin ng document about that last time.
Mas bata ba siya kaysa sa'yo?
Opo.
So, 2021, pwedeng pinakasal siya. DOJ, would you agree na dapat Filipino citizen yung pinag-uusapan namin na tao?
I'm not quite, I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I'm not quite familiar with that.
Yeah, because in the last hearing, ang claim nila is because yung Moya Lim Yao decision, when a foreigner or for example, a Chinese citizen would marry a Filipino, she would become a Filipino. Yung Moya Lim case yun eh. Kasi nag-discussion kami dyan nung last hearing. Now, that decision of the Supreme Court was in 1971. And we have a new constitution in 1987 where there are provisions of citizenship. Wala namang binabanggit sa ating constitution yung magiging citizen ka if you're a foreigner kung magiging asawa mo ay Pilipino. And yet, I think BI is still implementing this. May I know bakit ganon? Pati sa BI, pakitanong BI, di ba ini-implement nyo pa rin ito?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes. And your basis is the Moya Lim Yao case. Tama po?
Yes, Your Honor.
Does it not run counter to the provisions of the Constitution? Kasi yun ang claim ni Mr. Henry Bigay
Your Honor, we already submitted it's included in the legal basis that we submitted yesterday to the
Ano
committee.
po yung kwan yun? Kasi hindi ko pa nababasa.
Okay po. I'll be asking Attorney Sajasa, Your Honor, to explain the matter.
Mr. Chair, may the good attorney be recognized to answer the question?
May I know
Sa
the...
BI?
Yes, Attorney Ongkat?
Sir, it will be Attorney Sajasa if it would please the committee to discuss the legal basis for the grant of cancellation of ACR by marriage.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Your Honor, in our submission yesterday, we indicate the legal basis for the cancellation of the ACR by marriage as based on Executive Order 292 or the Administrative Code of 1987, which specifically delineates the responsibilities of the Bureau of Immigration for the administration and enforcement of immigration, citizenship, and alien admission and registration laws in accordance with the Commonwealth Act 613 or the Philippine Immigration Act of 1940. Number two legal base, Your Honor, is the cancellation of alien certificates of registration pursuant to Commonwealth Act number 473 or our revised naturalization law, Your Honor. Section 15, which provides that an alien woman who is married to a Filipino shall be deemed as a Filipino citizen, Your Honor. And this is supported by DOJ Opinion Number 38, Series of 1958, and the cases decided by the Supreme Court in Moya Lim Yao versus Commissioner of Immigration in 1971, Your Honor, and the case of Felisa Lee versus Commissioner of Immigration, Your Honor. And another basis is that provided under the Philippine Immigration Act, Section 42, which imposes the payment of fees for the cancellation of alien registration documents based on this by marriage, Your Honor.
Would you agree, DOJ?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, but I am not, my office is not part of the office that I belong to, which is the National Prosecution Service, does not handle these cases. It's our legal in the Department of Justice which handles this.
Thank
So I
you.
think they would be in a better position to answer your question, Your Honor.
Thank you. BI, when a provision of law runs counter to the provision of the Constitution, which would prevail?
The Constitution, Your Honor.
And could you please read to me a provision of the Constitution which states that an alien marrying a Filipino would become a Filipino citizen?
I think there's no such provision in our Constitution.
Yes. And you have cited cases and your provisions of law. But are you aware of the provision of the decision of the Supreme Court in the Jumantan versus Domingo case decided in 1995?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm not so familiar.
Oh,
with
kindly read that that case so that mabago natin yung ginagawa natin eh. Kasi naabuso na eh. And I would just like to read yung ratio disidente ng Jumantan versus Domingo. And I would like to quote for your information. The interest which an alien has in being admitted into or allowed to continue to reside in the country is protected only so far as Congress may choose to protect it. There is no law guaranteeing aliens married to Filipino citizens the right to be admitted, much less to be given permanent residency in the Philippines. The fact of marriage by an alien to a citizen does not withdraw her from the operation of the immigration laws governing the admission and exclusion of aliens. Marriage of an alien woman to a Filipino husband does not ipso facto make her a Filipino citizen and does not excuse her from her failure to depart from the country. Quote unquote. So could you please study this? Kasi pati ako nalilito na eh.
Your Honor, please. The way we understand it is the marriage alone does not ipso facto be considered as that you will be deemed as a Filipino citizen. There is an added provision, Your Honor, that she must have none of the disqualifications provided by Section 4 of the revised naturalization law, Your Honor. So the mere fact of marrying will not be automatic, Your Honor.
Yes, but nagkakaroon ng parang apparent conflict kasi sa Constitution, the laws that you have enumerated and the decision of the Supreme Court. Kaya kung po pwede, pag-aralan po ninyo para masettle tong issue na ito. Kasi nakukuha ako dun sa issue na sinabi ni Mr. Henry Bigay, just because her sister married a Filipino, Filipino na siya.
If I may add, Your Honor, the decision of the Bureau of Immigration on the petition for the cancellation of alien registry of the alien woman is subject to affirmation by the Department of Justice, Your Honor.
Now, be that as it may, pwede ba pag-aralan ninyo para magkaroon na tayo ng definitive one?
Yes, Your Honor. We will.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Akop. Department of Labor is here, right? Dito yung tiga, ayan. Last hearing, we asked you to update the committee on the working visas extended to Chinese nationals in Mexico, Pampanga. Are you ready to update this committee?
Mr. Chair. Good afternoon, Mr. Chair. The Department of Labor and Employment does not issue working visa to foreign nationals. We issue alien employment permit, which is a requirement for the working visa.
So no working visa was given. What kind of visa do you issue to POGO workers?
Mr. Chair, we don't issue working visa to foreign nationals. We issue po alien employment permit, which is a requirement for the working visa to be applied po
Okay.
sa Bureau of Immigration.
It's the same dog with the new cola because it's the same thing. You're authorizing them to work under the AEP. It's still, quote unquote, a working visa because that authorizes them to work, to be able to work here, correct? Ilan ho ang na-issue na AEP?
Mr. Chair, based on the alien employment permit management system that we have at the Department of Labor and Employment, in total po, at the national level, we have issued a total of 186,369 alien employment permit to Chinese nationals from 2020 to 2024.
2020 to
2024 po, Mr. Chair.
2024.
Yes po.
So, and did they specify is it specified in that AEP that they are POGO workers?
We can tag them po. We can tag those Chinese nationals who were employed at the POGOs. Mr. Chair, of the total 186,369 AEPs issued to Chinese nationals, we have issued 131,625 Chinese AEPs to Chinese nationals at POGOs.
So in a span of 2 years.
In a span of 2020 to 2024 po, Mr. Chair.
4 years. So in the span of
5 years.
4 years, you already issued 100 plus
30.
thousand.
Yes.
Would you have any idea if this 100,000 Chinese are still here? Do you have any idea?
Mr. Chair, one of the process po that we do is that they will have to revoke po yung kanilang mga AEPs. But as of now po, Mr. Chair, these numbers po that I mentioned a while ago, in particular those within 3 years po, kasi po yung AEPs po natin, ang validity po niya ay hanggang 3 years po. And then they have to renew po yung kanilang AEPs. But we don't have the total number of those Chinese that are currently employed po in the Philippines.
So ang validity ng AEP is 3 years.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
So dun sa 130,000 na in-issue mo 4 years ago, yung lahat yun ay nag-expire na.
Some of them po, Mr. Chair, because meron po dong 2020. So more likely those who were issued AEPs in 2020 nag-expire na
So
po
yung
kanila.
2020 and 2021.
2020
more or
and
less.
2021.
Diba?
po, Mr. Chair.
So in 22-23, andi dito pa.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Would you have any idea ilan yung 2020, 2021 na wala na rito, na umalis na?
Based on our data, Mr. Chair, from 2020 to 2024, we have issued po more or less 29 AEPs to Chinese nationals working in POGOs po. So more likely, Mr. Chair, these are the Chinese who are still here in the Philippines po, Mr. Chair.
So marami yun. Ilan yun?
29,000.
Out of 29,000 are still here, probably.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
And they have no authority or legal basis to stay much longer than 3 years because nag-expire na yung AEP eh.
Yes po, Mr. Chair. They have to apply for renewal of AEP po.
And wala pa nag-apply doon sa 29,000.
We don't have the data on the renewal as of now from those who applied po from 2022 to 2024 since continuous pa po yung kanilang employment as of now.
So 29,000 yun, napakaraming Chinese with expired AEPs yan.
Some of them po, Mr. Chair, do not have expired pa po since valid pa po yung kanila since...
No, yung 2020 hanggang 2021, expired na kamo, 29,000 yun eh. So yung 29,000 na yun have expired AEPs.
Yes.
And according to you, you're not sure whether they're still here in the country or they're already back in China. Tama?
Yes,
So
Mr.
are you coordinating with the Bureau of Immigration regarding that expiration of AEPs ng mga Chinese?
Yes po, Mr. Chair. The Bureau of Immigration and the Department of Labor and Employment is part of the interagency for the employment of foreign nationals in the Philippines, and we continuously update po the employment of foreign nationals here.
So if we ask the Bureau of Immigration now, we will be, they will be able to update us kung ano ng status ng 29,000 na yun?
Yes, Mr. Chair po.
Okay, BID. Sabi ni Dole, they have 29,000 Chinese with expired AEPs. And they don't have an idea whether these 29,000 Chinese are still here.
Mr. Chair, considering the fact that this matter was just raised now, I would like to request from the committee that we be allowed to provide the data next meeting, Your Honor.
Okay.
And Your Honor, usually if an individual would apply for a working visa, one of the requirements would be an AEP coming from the locality where that individual is supposed to be working.
Okay. So do you have data there as to where they are supposed to have been working? Itong 29,000 na to, so saan sila?
In particular po, Mr. Chair, for those working in POGOs po, we defer to the PAGCOR po because they have the list of establishments with
Is
license.
PAGCOR a member of your interagency committee?
We coordinate with PAGCOR as to the legality of the POGOs. And from those list of POGOs, we instruct our DOL regional offices for the conduct of verification and inspection.
Because ito, very alarming information din ito, no? Sabi ng PAGCOR, si chairman mismo nagsabi, sabi niya there are 300 POGOs in the country. But only 49 are legitimate POGOs. Meaning they are accredited by PAGCOR, they were issued a permit by PAGCOR, at legal sila na nag-operate sa atin. So yung balance, yung 200 plus, that's the question. Ano, nasaan ito? And if the AEPs would give us an information as to anong locality located itong mga workers na ito, we would be able to find out kung saan ba yung mga illegal POGOs na yan, di ba? Example, diyan ba sa records nyo, merong Mexico, Pampanga dyan?
Your Honor, if I may, from Dole Region 3 po.
Yes, please.
Last year po, this year, we were instructed by the central office to conduct inspection of the listed POGOs that whose licenses were canceled or revoked by PAGCOR because they are issuing parang provisional, and then they also are issuing, iba na po yung tawag nila, hindi na POGO, internet gaming licensees na po ata siya. So yung mga, binigyan po kami ng listahan ng mga may IGLs. Tapos yung mga wala po, yun po yung mga na-revoke na namin, na na-issuehan before ng AEPs under POGO sila. Tapos na-revoke na po namin yung kanilang mga AEPs. There were 290 alien employment permits that we revoked in April po. After the inspection po. It was also highlighted during the Bamban Tarlac investigation.
Kasi like yung Bamban Tarlac, is it registered na sa DOLE?
No po. Kasi hindi rin po kami makapasok, sir, para mag-inspect. And yun.
Yun nga, in fact, karamihan ng complaints is that kapag may inspection o ocular inspection yung LGU, ay hindi pinapayagan nung may-ari ng compound. Kagaya nung sinasabi natin kay Kapitan, napakaswerte ni Kapitan dahil welcoming committee siya lagi ni Alex Goong. Pagdating ni Alex Goong, nandoon na si Kapitan. Yung the rest, hindi makapasok eh. Diba? In your case, I'm sure you've experienced that too, no? When you tried to do an ocular inspection, you were not allowed to visit and inspect the area.
Yes, Your Honor.
So, yung coordination nyo with PAGCOR will give you an idea nasaan yung mga legal at saka nasaan yung mga illegal. So dahil alam natin, makikita nyo naman, base sa records ng at saka coordination nyo with PAGCOR, you will be able to say that itong mga areas ito, kung saan maraming AEP na mga Chinese, nag-ooperate yan illegally. Ito naman, maraming legal dito. Siguro yun, I guess the coordinations between agencies dito napaka-importante. Hindi lang sa inyong dalawa, sa drug o yung warehouse na yan, kung sino yung mga yan, dahil malamang, hindi lang ito isang beses na nangyari. Marami na sigurong nakalusot, marami na sigurong hindi nahuli, o marami na sigurong napalusot. No? Importante because in the conduct of our investigation, the committee was able to unravel more mysteries behind the 3.6 billion shabu. Nakita natin dyan na marami palang Chinese na nakakabili na ng lupa. Marami na rin Chinese nakakapag-may-ari ng more than 40% ng korporasyon sa Pilipinas. Marami na rin Chinese siguro na kandidato o tumakbo na sa eleksyon. Marami na rin Chinese na ito, let me just state for the record that Congress is not xenophobic. We are not. We are only condemning the illegal acts perpetrated by the Chinese. Yung mga legal, yung mga totoong negosyante, nagbibigay ng trabaho sa kapwa natin Pilipino, welcome ho yan. Turista, welcome ho yan. Pero yung mga nagtatapo ng basura dito, kagaya ng pogo, kagaya ng drugs, kagaya ng kidnap or ransom and other all crimes related, medyo hindi dapat sumisigaw tayo dyan. Kinokondina natin yan. Hindi tayo dapat tumatahimik dyan. Kaya nananawagan ang ating gobyerno na magtulong-tulong ho dito. Ang bawat Pilipino, especially now that recently we are again bullied, no, in the West Philippine Sea, which caused an injury to our Filipino. Nakakalungkot. Di ba? So, yung mga modern day makapili, yung mga pumapanik sa mga incheck na mga illegal, ulitin ko mga incheck na mga illegal, yan yung mga modern day makapili. Kaya dapat ikundina natin yung mga yan. So, kaya nananawagan tayo kay Kapitan, Kapitan, sana magtulong-tulong tayo. Tulungan natin ang ating local chief executive, ang ating mayor, ang ating mga konsehal na ilabas ang katotohanan dyan sa junkyard na yan o junk shop na yan. Yan ay panawagan hindi lang ng mga kongresista kundi panawagan sa iyo bilang isang Pilipino. If there are any other issues we wish to discuss, Congressman Dan Fernandez, do you have anything else to say and to add?
I'm still thinking, Mr. Chair. I think Chairman Akop will have the floor first.
Congressman Akop, you're recognized.
Mr. Chair, meron lang ako i-clarify. Mr. Henry Bigay, you are the president of Omni.
Opo.
Yun yung 2 minutes na nag-isip ka pa, di ba?
Hindi, chinek ko lang, confirm ko lang po sa record.
Yeah. Pero tama rin yung sinabi ni Chairman Dan Fernandez, you're a graduate of college, master degree holder ka. Dapat alam mo na yan, batang-bata ka pa, hindi kagaya namin na may edad na, nakakalimutan. Kalimutan yung mga data, di ba? So, may one of your incorporators pa, si Lincoln Oy-Ong.
Opo.
Yes?
Yes po.
Current?
Hindi po. Incorporators po siya pero hindi na po siya member.
Hindi na siya.
Hindi na po.
So in other words, is no longer connected with Omni.
No po.
Kailan po siya nawala sa Omni?
Can I check the record to make sure tama lang yung date na masabi ko po, Your Honor?
Then, kilala mo siya personally?
Opo.
Okay. May I know how old is he?
Siya po?
No, yeah. Estimate po ninyo?
Siguro po nasa 38, 39.
Oh, so mas matanda pala sa iyo.
Opo.
Okay. Kasi tinatanong ko lang, kasi ito rin yung nabanggit sa Farmally, di ba?
Ay, opo.
Alam mo ba yan?
Opo.
So nung nasali siya sa Farmally, wala na po siya sa Omni?
Hindi po kasi po operated ang Omni for a very long time till na nag-umpisa ang online selling sa Pilipinas po.
Yeah, but when you engage on online selling, hindi ba meron ka rin mga opisyalis ng inyong korporasyon?
The company, yung company ginawa siya for online itself. And nung nakilala po si Lincoln Ong, magaling po kasi siya sa IT at graduate po siya sa computer. Yun yung purpose kaya siya kasama sa korporasyon. Pero nung graduate na po siya, humiwalay na rin po siya kasi may sarili siyang sigong ginawa o in-invest. Pero ang alam ko po, wala na rin po siya sa korporasyon nung time nung Farmally.
Wala na rin siya.
Opo.
You're sure of that?
I want to double check po lang yung record kung ano yung exact date po para lang sigurado po ako.
Kasi ito rin yung nagbanggit ng pangalan ni Michael Yang doon sa Farmally investigation, di ba?
Hindi po ako sigurado about that po.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Clarification lang yung akin.
Thank you,
Mr. Chair.
Congressman. Before Congressman Fernandez, may tatanong lang ako kay Mr. Henry Bigay. Mr. Henry Bigay, Pilipino ka, di ba?
Opo.
Okay. Ano passport mo?
Pilipino po.
Wala kang Chinese passport?
Meron din po.
Oh. Paano ka naging Pilipino kung dalawa passport mo?
Sa pagkaalam po ko po, dual citizenship po ako.
Hindi, ang dual citizenship, isa lang naman ang passport. DFA, can you clarify? Mr. Bigay has 2 passports. In fact, I have a picture of your Chinese passport dito. Pwede pag-i-flash niya yan? Cheska, paki-flash nyo nga yung picture niya. Confirm lang natin. Kamukha mo ano eh. Oh. January 15, 1992 ka pinanganak. Tama? Oo, January 15. Oh. Bakit dalawa passport mo? Kailangan mo ba ng dalawang passport?
Sa pagkaalam ko po, nung bata ako, kinuha ako ng tatay ko ng passport para makatravel po ng China. Dahil
Are you telling us that you cannot go to China with Filipino passport?
mag-iba po kasi apelido namin ng tatay ko.
Can you confirm that he has 2 passports?
Based on our record, Mr. Chair, he was issued a Philippine passport. I think in subsequent hearings, we were showed in previous hearings, we were showed a copy of the Chinese passport of Mr. Bigay. Mr. Chair.
So, can a Filipino citizen own 2 passports, 1 Chinese and 1 Filipino passport?
As far as we are aware, Mr. Chair, that is not possible unless the Filipino is a dual citizen by birth, which happens in certain cases, Mr. Chair. Like for example, for Filipinos with Filipino parent or an American parent, and when they were born, they both had the Filipino and American parent, Mr. Chair. Then they are considered dual by birth, Mr. Chair. In which case they are both Filipino and American at the same time. But if subsequently, Mr. Chair, for example, a Filipino born of both Filipino parents and subsequently reacquires another citizenship, then that Filipino loses the Filipino citizenship and won't be entitled to a passport until that Filipino reacquires through RA 9225 or the Citizenship Retention or Reacquisition Act, Mr. Chair. So in this case, I think it's important for to know how Mr. Bigay, Mr. Chair, for example, attained his or gained his Chinese citizenship.
Mr. Chairman, if I may lang, briefly. Kasi in relation,
related
yes,
to
in
the
relation.
passport. Okay.
Because,
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, if you will notice, no, the birth certificate that was submitted to us nung kay Henry Bigay, as a matter of fact, hindi ka talaga makakapag-secure ng Chinese passport because dito sa name ng father mo, unknown. So how can you secure a Chinese passport if your life certificate is unknown yung father niya? So paano ka nakakuha ng Chinese passport?
Sa pagkaalam ko po, niregister siguro po ako ng tatay ko na anak niya sa China, kaya po ako nagkaroon ng Chinese passport.
Anong ipilido mo sa Chinese passport?
Yang po.
Yang. Okay, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Congressman Flores?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Do you use your Chinese passport when you travel, Mr. Bigay?
Yes, I do. Only to China po.
Only to China?
Opo.
But in all other countries that you've been to, you use your Filipino passport?
Yes po.
So how would you consider yourself? Would you consider yourself as Filipino or Chinese?
Filipino.
Filipino. Yet you use your Chinese passport whenever you go to China?
Yes po.
Okay, I'm asking this because it would be in a form of circumventing the prohibitions on ownership. Diba? If you're both Filipino and Chinese at the same time, so example, if you're both Filipino and Chinese at the same time and all of you own the corporation, then it would violate the 40% or the 60% ownership of Filipinos rule. Diba? Would you agree, Mr. Bigay?
I'm not sure po about
You're not sure? Okay. Kasi parang sa akin, although dual siya, DFA, ano bang rules on dual citizenship?
The Philippines allow dual citizenship, sir, but it also depends on the other country, if the other country allows dual citizenship.
Okay, does
Because
China allow dual
as far as
citizenship?
we know, Mr. Chair, China
don't.
does not allow a dual citizenship.
The Chinese passport, if they are not allowing dual citizenship. Henry Bigay.
Anong, if I may, would you know kung anong requirements the Chinese government would ask from you if you're applying for a Chinese passport?
Hindi ko po alam, Chair. Ang nagawa ko pa lang po is renewal lang po.
Kailan ka na-issuehan ng passport? Anong year?
Hindi ko po maalala kung anong year, pero nung bata ako, alam ko may Chinese passport po ako.
At sabi mo nag-renew ka recently.
Last year lang po.
Last year ka nag-renew. Na-renew mo yung Chinese passport mo. So, DFA, di ba, when you would like to apply for a passport, the first document that they would ask is birth certificate. So in that case, dahil nabigyan siya ng Chinese passport, edi ang citizenship mo ay Chinese. Kasi nabigyan ka ng Chinese passport eh.
Hindi ko po alam. Ang alam ko lang po is dad ko yung nag-apply sa akin. At
Sa China ba, pwede kang applyan ng father mo? Ng passport?
Possible po. Hindi ko kasi po alam yung sagot eh. So most probably po. Kaya po ako nakakuha.
Immigration, yes please.
Your Honor, according to the records of the Bureau of Immigration, Mr. Henry Kayang started using his Chinese passport way back. His first use of the Chinese passport was in March 25, 2004. And as far as we are concerned, he is still registered. Again, he is still registered as a native born with the Bureau of Immigration.
Oh, native born siya eh.
What is native born?
native born is eligible to apply for a passport, Filipino passport. correct?
If you're native born, sir, you still have to undergo a naturalization or any other process before you can apply for a Philippine passport.
Hindi siya Pilipino.
So he's not a Filipino.
Sa record po namin, sir, native born yung nakasulat, and then active pa po yung record, hindi na-cancel. Kapag po nag-apply ka ng naturalization, be it administrative or through the regional trial court, they usually cancel the registration
For sure.
once it is granted, Your Honor.
For sure, Mr. Henry Bigay did not apply for naturalization. He bases being a Filipino on the birth certificate, having a Filipino mother. So, doon siya naging Filipino. But, unfortunately, yung sinasabi mo applies that he is not a Filipino.
Your Honor, kahit na po Filipino yung mother niya, Chinese yung father, kailangan pa po niyang dumaan ng recognition para makilala siya bilang Filipino. As things stand now, valid pa po yung ano niya.
And
record
that's the
niya.
reason why in this birth certificate, the name of the father was na nilagay nila is unknown.
I haven't seen the birth certificate, Your
It's
Honor.
here. And dito po, nakalagay, unknown yung father. Sige, go, Mr. Chair.
Yes, sige, Congressman Flores.
Mr. Chair, this is where the confusion is, di ba? DFA issues him a Filipino passport because he claims to be a Filipino citizen. Yet another government agency has him registered as a non-Filipino citizen, like the BI, because he's just reported as a native born. Diba? So, isn't this where the confusion lies? Diba? Parang, why would a government agency recognize him as a Philippine citizen while another government agency recognizing him as an alien or a non-Filipino citizen? No, DOJ, I'll get your opinion na lang po. No? If a person claims to be a Filipino citizen but has another citizenship, like let's say in this case, a Chinese citizenship, which under Chinese laws does not allow dual citizenship, what is your citizenship?
Well, if that would be the case, Your Honor, he would be either a Filipino or a Chinese. He
cannot be both. Di ba?
Yes, that
He
would,
cannot
be
be both.
that would be the effect, sir.
Unless he apply for, DOJ, unless he applies for naturalization.
Yes, Your Honor. And
But is there any time element for the application of the naturalization?
well,
Mr. Chair, ako pa, dahil lang.
Sige, go ahead.
Wala lang. Ito ang ano ko example. If assuming that he's Filipino by birth, claiming that he is the son of a Filipino citizen, di ba? By birth, he's Filipino, correct? Okay. If he is Filipino and applies for a Chinese citizenship and gets a Chinese passport, did he not in effect relinquish his Philippine citizenship?
Your Honor, please, if I may just be allowed to explain. Earlier, you asked about the citizenship, but we have a process here which was mentioned by the resource person as to dual citizenship.
Okay.
As far as the Philippine government is concerned, if I'm not mistaken, first, we're concerned about our laws. If he qualifies here to have or to be given that dual citizenship,
Okay.
regardless of whatever the laws are of that country,
Right.
where he is claiming to be a citizen, let's say China,
Okay.
okay, he can still be granted. He may still be granted dual citizenship.
All right. Now I'll go to DFA. You said earlier na pag hindi, if the country does not recognize dual citizenship, then he cannot have a dual citizenship in the Philippines. So correct, no? Now what is the effect of a person, a Filipino citizen, acquiring another citizenship in a country that does not recognize dual citizenship?
Mr. Chair, let me just clarify, sir. As far as the Philippines is concerned, we recognize dual citizenship, but the other country might not recognize both Filipino and for in this case Chinese citizenship. In which case they will ask the person either to choose a Filipino or Chinese citizenship. But if I may clarify, sir, that based on our record, when Mr. Bigay applied for the renewal of his Philippine passports. We asked in the form, we asked him if how he acquired his Philippine citizenship, and he said by birth. And there's another question there: are you a holder of a foreign passport? And he said no.
He said no.
Have you ever? Yes.
But he answered no.
He answered no. That is why
he answered
with
no.
the birth certificate and and all the IDs concerned that he submitted in the passport application, and considering that PFAU was not made to know that he holds another passport.
Let me cut you there. Had you known that he is a holder of a Chinese passport and that he's a citizen of another country, what would you have done?
Deny the issuance of a
See?
passport.
Yes, Congressman Ako. Thank you, Congressman.
Saka BI. When Mr. Bigay was born, what was his citizenship? When Mr. Bigay was born, what was his citizenship? Pursuant to our laws. BI at saka DFA, could you please answer that?
He's Chinese, Your Honor.
Based on the birth certificate, Your Honor, where the mother is Filipino and the father is unknown, then Mr. Bigay is a Filipino citizen, based on the birth certificate, Your Honor.
Sabi nun.
Mr. Chair, it's the Philippine Constitution, Your Honor, the 1987 Constitution.
And may I know the specific provision of that constitution?
It's on the provision on citizenship, Your Honor, wherein it describes who.
I have here in front of me Section 1 of Article 4 of citizenship. And I think the applicable provision is those born before January 17, 1973. So there's a timeline. Those born before January 17, 1973 of Filipino mothers who elect Philippine citizenship upon reaching the age of majority. Now, in the case of Mr. Bigay, he was born 1992, and therefore, this provision of the Constitution is not applicable. So, ano ang basis natin ngayon? Bakit Filipino siya?
I think the next provisions, Your Honor, that says when whose mother or father is a Filipino citizen. Your Honor, as far as I remember, Your Honor.
Anong paragraph? Those whose fathers or mothers are citizens of the Philippines. Pero bakit sinasabi ngayon ng Kwan na Chinese siya? Ng BI.
Sir?
You're both government agencies.
Mr. Chair, just to clarify matters. Sir, I'd like to emphasize that Mr. Bigay is registered as Henry Kayang with the Bureau of Immigration. So it's not an automatic process by which if a foreign national born in the Philippines is automatically included and registered with the Bureau. This means that somebody registered him with the Bureau of Immigration after he was born. And then based on our record, Your Honor, he only started using his Philippine passport on March 5, 2024.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Congressman Flores.
BI, ito, nagugulan ako. BI, was Mr. Henry Bigay registered as an alien with BI?
Sir, he is registered as Henry Kayang as a native-born Chinese.
Native-born Chinese.
Yes, Your Honor.
So he's a Chinese national as registered in your records.
As far as we are concerned, yes, Your Honor.
And somebody registered him as such.
Yes, Your Honor.
Who made the registration?
I don't have the record, Your Honor, but we can probably check it during
So
the next.
from the testimony of Henry Bigay, he said that he never had any contact with his mother. So it's impossible that the mother registered him as an alien, correct?
I would not know who registered. We still have to check the record, Your Honor, who registered
But it would
him.
be safe to assume siguro na it's the father. Kasi yung nanay niya, hindi niya nakita, di ba?
You can say that, Your Honor.
Yes. So if the father is a Chinese national, registers the son as a Chinese national, how can he be a Filipino citizen? By the Constitution. So you treat yourself as a Chinese citizen in one government agency and treat yourself as a Filipino citizen in another government agency.
Yeah.
Oh, no. DFA. So sa renewal ng passport niya, you said that in the question, whether or not he holds another passport, he answered in the negative, correct?
That's correct, Your
Is that application under oath?
Yes, Your Honor.
What would the impact, what would the effect be on a person who falsely claims to be one?
This would be a violation of the Passport Act, Your Honor, unless there's reasonable justification for this. But this warrants, Your Honor, investigation, and we are conducting the investigation.
You're conducting the investigation. How
Yes.
many times has he renewed his Philippine passport?
3 times. Your
Three
Honor.
times. And in all the times that he renewed his passport, did he answer in the negative? When asked with the same question, whether or not he possessed another passport.
I only have before me, Your Honor, the latest.
Can we find out in his previous application?
We will, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Flores. Just additional question kay Mr. Bigay. Kanina sabi mo, when we were asked, that you haven't seen your mother. Di ba? Sabi mo yan eh. Correct?
Correct.
And then, you grew up with your father.
Correct.
Di ba? Sa birth certificate mo, unknown yung father mo eh.
Yes.
So, ang question natin dun sa tungkol sa kanyang citizenship is now more complicated than
Mr. Chairman, I think we need to invite the father. If I'm going to look at the personality of Mr. Henry Bigay, parang biktima nga tong taong to eh. Of his father. But of course, when he renewed his passport, you already have the responsibility of answering all those questions pertaining to your true nationality. Actually, it's hard for us, no? Kasi nga parang alam natin na may failure, may deception. There is a deception, deceiving the other agency and the other agency as well. And then when you renewed your passport 3 times, no, that is under oath, you lied to this government, and you have responsibility to take. But if you're going to look at the live birth niya, it is the mother and the father who established that unknown ang maging father. So wala pa siya nun eh, during that time. And the registration in the ano ba yun? BI, sa Bureau of Immigration, I think it's also the father who did that. And during the renewal of this expiration of 3 times, most likely, I really don't know. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt, Mr. Henry Bigay, that you really don't know what transpired during the renewal of your passport. And as a matter of fact, it's better for you to tell us a while ago when the chair have told us that there is an existing Chinese passport, no, sa'yo. Eh nagulat kami na meron ka palang another passport. Actually talagang gulong-gulo ako ngayon, ha. Gugulan ako talaga. But fortunately, we uncovered this, and most likely, ganito ang mga nangyayari sa mga sitwasyon that is happening all over the country. And this is very critical, ladies and gentlemen. No? We need the help of each and every one of us Sana, Mr. Bigay, maki-cooperate ka fully in this committee. We can see in your face that somehow parang ano siya eh. But of course, the liability will always be there, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Congressman Fernandez. Congressman,
To be fair with Henry Bigay, so, sir, can you answer na lang, why would you answer in the negative po when you were asked in the application for the renewal whether or not you had you possessed or owned another passport?
Because it has different name.
Because it's a different name.
Yeah.
But you use the same name, di ba? You know it's the same person.
Yeah, but I think it's two different personalities.
Just because you use two different names, there's two different personalities. Come on, sir. You know. Pero, you know, ewan mo, baka mas maipit ka pala.
Mr. Chairman, kasi nga parang feeling ko, I think the father have to be here and to clarify everything. Because this guy, no, kung babawasan mo yung 7 taon niya doon, he was like 25 years old when he was appointed as a chairman or incorporator of the Yatay International. And being young as he may be during that time, let's give the benefit of the doubt to this person, Mr. Chair, no?
I agree.
Unless the father appear on this on the next hearing, we'll be shedding light on all of this.
I agree, Mr. Chair. But at
And
the same time, he's already of age, Mr. Chair, when the passport was renewed. So he has to take some form of responsibility. Then I'm sure he's a good businessman. He's been in the Philippines for so long. Maybe it's just a practice among Chinese Filipinos to do this, but it's a practice that should stop also. Because it's not only confusing among and between government agencies that we have, di ba? It's also confusing to the general public. No, na kung ano ba talaga? Filipino ba yan? Chinese ba yan? Does it circumvent the prohibition on ownership of properties or whatever, di ba? Kasi may limitations din ang rights ng isang foreigner, di ba? So, he cannot have the best of both worlds if something prohibits it, di ba? Or if some law in the Philippines prohibits it.
And most especially, Mr. Chairman, if they are in the business of trying to purchase a lot of properties, being a Chinese national and owning so many properties, that is prohibited under our constitution. So yun yung mga repercussion ng ginawa ninyo, Mr. Henry Bigay. As much as we wanted to see beyond your angelic face, no? Pero baka there's sinister, clandestine, we don't know. But for now, I believe that you are somehow a victim of your father. Yun lang nakikita ko dyan. Di ba?
But tama naman yung sinabi ni Congressman Flores. He is already of age and he's schooled, in fact, well-schooled. And he should know that there are repercussions in things like this that he did. No?
But Mr. Chairman, you have to remember, when we ask if he's the president of the different corporations, hindi niya alam kung ano yung kanyang kung sino siya doon. And that makes an additional feeling from this representation that somehow he was somehow used.
In fairness naman, Mr. Chair, I don't think there might be any criminal intent on the part of Mr. Henry Bigay. I'm sure he didn't mean siguro to be like, to circumvent the laws. But if it is a practice that is existing among Filipino-Chinese that we have here in the Philippines, it's something that should stop. No, it may be more coordination between the government agencies like BI and the DFA, including the DOJ, that may be needed as a result of this investigation, Mr. Chair. But again, it's something that should stop. No, kasi una, hindi naman tayo nakakakuha ng Chinese passport, diba? Or something like that. No?
In addition, Mr. Chair, last na po. Kasi may sinabi si Henry Bigay kanina that more or less ang sinabi mo, 7 corporations. But I believe hindi lamang yung 7 corporations. Can you kindly submit to this committee how many corporations that you and your father have? and all the incorporators that are included on those corporations. Can you kindly submit to this committee?
Yes, po.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Congressman Fernandez. We know that you're in a very difficult situation. Napakahirap malagay dyan sa pwesto mo. Kung sakaling matuloy yung gera between China and Philippines, napakahirap ng iyong kalagayan. So you will have to denounce one.